everybody. Welcome to Yoga for All. This is our first beginner's yoga class or Yoga for All class. My name is Alexa Newman, and I am a librarian here at the Algonquin Public Library. I'm also a certified yoga instructor. I have been teaching yin yoga here at the library for a couple of years now, 2 years now. And I also teach kids yoga, I do yoga story time, I teach clean yoga, and now I'm doing a more traditional yoga class where we're going to be learning many of the hatha vinyasa poses. We're going to be standing more. So for those of you that are new to vinyasa type class, this is going to be a slow flow. We're going to work on our poses and talk about our posture and make sure that we are positioned correctly. I think that's something that's really important in yoga is that we understand each of the poses or asanas as they're called. And through experience, we will learn to move faster and deeper into the poses. So this is something that is, I think, should be available to most of us out here. Like I said, I will be moving slowly, and I will be talking about modifications and ways that you can make the pose, each pose your own. To that point, I'm going to talk a little bit about our props here that we use, and they're the same things that we will use in the yin class. Folded towel, the yoga mat, of course. Sometimes we'll use a bolster, sometimes the yoga strap, and yoga blocks. And we use blocks and straps, bolsters to help assist us either to extend our stretch or to help prevent injury. Like for me, I use blocks a lot to help extend my reach because I have really short arms. So that's just one example. So you might want to have some props handy. Okay? We are going to begin our practice today sitting down, crisscross applesauce. This is called Sukhasana, or easy seated pose. And I want you to sit down in this position and just begin to relax. And you relax your shoulders, although keep yourself straight and elevated. And we're going to start focusing on our breathing. And I want you to try and breathe in and out through your nose. And I want the breath to be coming from the deep here in your belly past your diaphragm. Too often we breathe very shallowly and we're breathing up here in our chest or our throat. We're going to try and begin to move that breath in and out. What we call ujjayi breath, or breathing, it is a little guttural, if you can imagine, saying like ha, ha, ha. Almost like a gargle in the back of your throat. You're going to vibrate your throat just a little bit and breathe in and out through your nose. So it's a more audible breath. It's not forceful. You just have that vibration going in the back of your throat. So it's from sort of a ha. Close your eyes and start to focus on that. Start to let go of outside thoughts, quit worrying about what has to be done later today or what you didn't do yesterday. We're going to focus being here in the moment right now. Thoughts do intrude. Acknowledge them and let them go. Let's open our eyes and uncross those legs. We're going to actually start on the floor for this. I want you to gently roll back and grab onto your shins. If you can fold your hands, cross them over your knees, that's great. And we're going to hug our knees towards our chest. And we're going to bring our head up towards our knees and give ourselves a nice squeeze. Okay. Release, bring those feet down to the floor. And now we are going to lift up our tushy just a little bit. Oh, and shift onto your right hip. And we're going to drop those knees to the right. And we're going to drop your head to your left ear, reaching towards the floor, and you're looking over your shoulder towards your right hand. Okay, bring those knees back up. Shift your tushy back to center so your tailbones and cheekbones are centered. And then we're going to go back into that hug called Asanas. Ooh, squeeze yourself in. Do a little ball. You can touch your toes. Now flex your feet. Release. Bring those feet down to the floor. Now we're going to lift up our tushy just a little bit, shift onto the left hip. Keep those knees together, legs in zip, and drop those left knees towards the left floor, or left side of the floor. And now turn your head and look over towards your right shoulder, right fingers. And we're going to come back up. And we're going to rock and roll ourselves up. And then cross your legs if this is available to you and actually push on up. Otherwise, you could swing your knees around. And we're now going to come into a cat-cow pose. Okay? Now to get into correct alignment for this pose, this is called tabletop. I want you to kneel. Have your feet bottoms flat, or tops of your feet flat to the floor. We're going to take our hands. We're going to come down onto our hands and knees. And your hands should be shoulder width apart, and we should be stacked. So you should have wrist, elbow, shoulder totally aligned, and your hands open in a jazz hand. Okay? And cat and cow is a series of arching up and down. I'm going to rotate here so you can see it. Now arch up, this cat, drop the belly down, this cow, okay? And you inhale into cow, exhale into cat. And when we do this, we actually rotate our arms in cow. The crease of our elbows face forward, and cat, they face in. So let's do a nice series of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And maybe each time, go a little bit deeper, of a drop, a little bit higher of an arch, and come to stillness. That's perfect. Okay. Our next pose is called tiger. This is a balance pose. So I want you to kick out your right leg, have it straight, so you're kind of balancing on your toe. And then we're going to lift that leg up. Keep the foot flexed behind you. Move the bolster. So you should do that like that. Lift that leg, foot up. Okay. And if you want, you can extend your opposite arm, your left arm. So the hand is in front of you, and you should be looking forward. Much way! If that happens, you drop that foot down, bring your hand back down. So what helps is to find a focal point, find something on the wall in front of you to stare at or on the floor, several feet in front of you to stare at, and that will help focus your balance. Okay, let's bring that hand down and the foot down. And now we're going to extend out the left foot behind you. Lift it up and hold it. Your foot should be flexed. Flexing is going to give you better balance. And then bring that right arm out in front of you. Like I said, be flexing. Stretch those fingers out. Reach towards the wall. It's going to give you better balance and focus on something in front of you. Okay, let's bring those back in. And now we're going to come back into child's pose. So just kneel back till you're sitting on your heels or as close as you can get. And then drop your forehead towards the floor. You have your hands out, stretched out in front of you. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. Child's pose is one of our restorative poses. If you ever need a break, you can always come into child's pose. Okay, let's come back up into a tabletop position. Leave your hands right where they are. Tuck your toes under. And now we're going to push up into down dog. Bring your knees up with your tushy back. Look down at your fingertips. And then look back at your toes. Your legs should be straight. Or your knees slightly bent. Try and pull your tushy back just a little bit. Okay? Come back down into child's pose. And I'll show you what it looks like from the side. In child's pose, you have those hands up in front of you. You're going to come up towards tabletop. You're going to tuck your toes under, and you're going to push up and back. You might want to pedal out those knees just a little bit. And then come back down the tabletop. And we're going to do one more child's pose. Now we're going to push back up into down dog one more time. And now we are going to tippy-toe up. Just with your hand up towards your hands into a forward fold. And in the forward fold, you want to actually just kind of drop. You want your hands to come forward and let them dangle. You might want to grab onto your elbows. Part of the idea in a forward fold is we don't want to lean back too far. We want to try and keep our weight coming towards the balls of our feet. You can have a little bit of a bend in your feet, that's okay. You might just need to touch your shins. Your hands can't touch the floor, that's fine. This is your first forward fold. Okay? From forward fold, we're now going to sweep our arms up over our heads. Bring our hands down into mountain. Now when we're in mountain, once again, remember we're talking about position and how important alignment is for mountain. I don't want your feet completely zipped. I don't want you standing wide-legged. I want you to have just a little bit of space in between your feet. So what I want you to do, if this is available to you, we're going to actually turn one of your feet in till your toes just touch the other foot and then turn back out. And that's just about the right space in between. And once you're there, I want your toes to be angled in just a teeny bit. So not your big toe, but the pointer toe is what's facing the wall directly in front of you. Okay? Now lift up on your tippy toes for a moment. Come back on your heels. Make sure you plant both sides of your feet, the balls in towards the pinkies, all the pads, and the heels, so you're planted firmly in. When we're in mountain, we are strong. You feel your roots growing into the ground, and you are strong and immovable like a mountain. We keep our hands slightly at our sides, slightly turned forward. Mountain is also called Tadasana. I remember this by going Tadasana. Okay? So this is mountain. From here, we're going to come back down into a forward fold. And maybe you can stretch a little bit further than you did the first time. And now we're going to lift halfway. Now, for some of us, our hands may come up higher than for others, but the point of halfway is to have a straight, flat back. So I don't want to see you arching your back. And wherever your hands fall, they might fall up towards your knees. They might come down closer on your thighs. Halfway lift, flat back. And then we're going to fold back down. And maybe this time you can actually touch the floor or grab your ankles, pull yourself in a little bit closer. And now we're going to open our arms up, sweep them up over our heads. And we are going to transition into chair pose. Okay? For chair, I want you to have those hands facing each other like you're tapping over your head. Your feet should still be in the same pose as they were in mountain. And now we're going to push our tushies back like we're sitting on a bench or a chair. And you can try and bend those knees. If you want, you can pick up your toes. That helps bring that balance back. Maybe you can bring yourself down a little bit farther. Come back up. Yay, that was your first chair, okay? We're going to sweep our arms back up. Let's swan dive down into one more fold. Halfway lift. Come back down. Sweep up. And let's come back down into chair again. Come back up. We're now going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Okay? So, I want you to turn towards your right. Have your feet facing the long edge of the mat. And then we're going to slowly come forward, straight back, and then if you can, come down, bring your hands towards the floor. I want to try and bring yourself forward. If you can get your feet or your ankles, that's great. Now we're going to push back up to that halfway lift. And come back up. Terrific. Okay. Bring those feet together. We're going to turn back forward. We're going to now transition into warrior one. I want you to step towards the back third of your mat. So you might need to step back a little bit. And have your feet open once again. I'm going to teach you one of the tricks with the warrior poses as well. You want to be what we call on the rails. You don't want your feet directly in front of each other. You actually get better balance when your feet are separated. So we're going to lift up our arms, and as we do that, we're going to take a step forward. And then we're going to turn our back heel, our left foot, onto a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to bend down over, we're going to bend that right knee. Now our alignment should be our belly button, our shoulders, our nose are looking forward. Our knee and our ankle should be aligned on top of each other, stacked on top of each other. You don't want to be too far forward or too far back. So you should just be able to see the tip of your big toe from your knee. Your back leg should be straight. Your hands, like you could clap, on either side of your ears. Okay? And bring that foot up. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the side. So once again, get those feet positioned. And mountain. Ta-da! You're going to lift those arms up. Step forward. Turn the left foot to a 45-degree angle. We're going to come forward on that front knee. Now, I don't want you to push yourself too far. This is your first time doing warrior one. All the further we need to go. Okay, and step back. Okay. One more time. Come into warrior one. And now we're going to transition into warrior two. We do that by twisting. We're going to turn the back foot, that left foot. The toes are now going to be facing the long edge of the mat. And we're going to rotate our torso so that our belly button and our collarbones are facing the long edge of the mat as well. We're going to lift up our hands, our arms, and then we're going to turn our head and look out over towards our right fingers. And then you can deepen this, come deeper into the pose. This is warrior 2. Okay? Now we're going to drop our elbow, right elbow onto our right knee. And we're going to lift that left arm up, and then you can extend it over your shoulder. Okay? Release, come back up. Straighten that right leg. Kick that left hip back. We're going to reverse our hands. And we're going to tick back down into triangle. Okay? Stand up. Bring your feet together. I'm going to show you what it looks like from another angle. So, we're going to step up to warrior 1. Left foot's at 45 degrees. We're facing forward. Okay, we're going to transition into warrior 2. Foot is now at a right angle. Your torso, your face, facing the same way as your back foot. Turn your head, look over your fingers. Drop down your elbow onto your knee and stretch that arm out over your head, or you can keep it straight up, whichever is more comfortable for you. Swing that up. Straighten that front leg. Kick back your hip. Put your hands and down. And you can touch the floor. Hold on to your ankle. But don't collapse yourself in. Try to keep that left hand up. Look up towards your fingers. Wave at your left fingers. Yay! And then come back up. All right. Bring your feet back together so you're standing. And now we are going to come down into a forward fold, and we're going to walk our hands forward into a downward dog. Come down to your knees. We're going to come into child's pose and take a few breaths. It's terrific, everyone. All right. Come back up to tabletop, touch your toes. Push back up into down dog. And this time, instead of tiptoeing up to your hands, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet into a forward fold. Lift up your arms over your head. And we're going to come down into mountain. Okay, we just did the right side. We're going to do the left side now, okay? So, mountain. Let's pull forward. And hands down in front of you. After a lift. Drop back down to forward fold. Bring your arms up over your head, and we're going to sit back into chair. All right. Back up. And I'm going to turn towards the left. Do a wide-legged fold on this side. Once again, feet, toes should be even. And even distance from the long edge of the mat. And then halfway fold down. And bring yourself down. If you can touch the floor, go ahead. And we try to bring our heads in close to our feet. And now we're going to come up. It's terrific. And bring our feet back together and turn around. And now we're going to do the same series of warrior 1, 2, triangle on the left. So we're towards the back of our mat. Feet keep distance apart. Make sure you're balanced correctly on your feet. We're going to lift those arms up, and as we do that, we're going to take a step forward with our left foot. Turn that right foot heel out until you're on a 45-degree angle. Lean into the pose. Belly button face should be facing the same direction as your left big toe. Okay, we're going to transition to child's pose. So turn that right foot till the toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Rotate your torso so that belly button's facing the same way as your right foot. Turn your head, look over those left fingers. You may need to adjust yourself so you feel you've got balance. Tuck your tushy under. We don't want the tushy sticking out. Pull those glute muscles in. We're going to drop the left elbow down towards the knee. Bring our right hand up. Look towards your hand. Wave your fingers. And come back up. We're going to straighten that left leg. Kick that right hip back. Press our hands. And down. Into triangle. Keep your shoulders open. Come back out, roll back out, back in to warrior 2. And then we're going to turn around. You'll wheel your arms down. You can lift up the left leg, bring it back to the right. Into downward dog. Down to our knees. We're now going to take our left hand and our right hand. Sorry, we was doing the left. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to slide it through the middle under our left arm and bring our head down to the floor. Back out. Great. And take it. Left arm. Go under the right shoulder. and come back out. And I'm going to come back into a seated position. All right. Put your legs out in front of you. Adjust your tushy. We call those the sit, S-I-T, sit bones, because we sit on them. We are going to do a forward fold. It's often called staff. And for those of you that follow my yin classes, we normally do this with a curved back. We call it caterpillar. In a vinyasa class, we keep our backs straight, so there is a difference. We still want to have a little micro bend in our knees. We're going to fold forward. You can grab your toes or the bottom of your feet. Keep that back straight. And once you're as far forward as you get, you can allow your head to drop. All right, lift up and come up. Okay, from caterpillar, we're going to go into a wide leg stretch. So, you bring your legs out as far as you are comfortable on either side, and we are going to keep our feet flexed and our toes open and active. Like I said, this works our muscles a little bit more. It also helps with our balance. In yin, you're just going to be telling you to release everything, relax all of your muscles. Vinyasa is a lot more active. It's the yang side of yoga, and so we have a lot more muscle contraction and activity, okay? So we're going to turn just a little bit. You might want to reposition your hip. We're going to face down towards our big toe, and we're going to move forward over it. If you reach your feet, that's great. If you can't, grab onto your thigh or your ankle, and we're going to try to bring our nose to our knee. Okay, let's walk ourselves back up towards the center. We're now going to go towards the center. Once again, keeping feet flexed, toes active, big toes pointing up, knees pointing up. We're going to walk ourselves forward and try and bring our selves as close to the floor as is possible without turning in or bending. Make sure you're breathing. Sometimes we hold our breath when we're stressing. We're going to walk back up. Make sure that we're centered. We lift up a little bit. We're not going to turn it back towards the left. So, align yourself so your nose is in line with your big toe. Come down, reach towards your ankle, your feet, grab on, and then come forward as far as you can. Trying to bring that nose to your knee. Okay. Bring these things together. And actually now bring our feet bottoms together. And pull them in. And then we're going to allow our knees to fall to the sides. You can grab on either the feet or your ankles. And use your elbows to try and kind of push your knees down a little bit, your thighs down. Never push directly on your knees. On either side of them, on the thighs that may be part of your thigh. Use your elbows to press on mat. Try and open up a little bit further. Knees together. And now come back onto our backs. This is where if you have your strap handy, you might want to use it. Going to take that right leg, put the right foot up in the air, put the strap around the ball mound of the foot. You're going to take your left hand, if you're using the strap. If not, you just don't need to use anything at all. Just hold your leg up. Take that left hand, reach out the side you can, grab the strap with the left hand, and then relax. And then we're going to, on your left foot, shouldn't be loose. Keep that foot flexed, those toes open and active. And now we're going to drop that right foot out towards the right and bring that foot down towards the floor. Bring it back up. Release. Bring your left foot up so your knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Windshield wiper those knees just a little bit. And now we're going to exchange. Bring that left foot up into the air, straight up. Keep the foot bottoms flexed, toes are open. Drop the right foot to the floor, legs straight. Keep that foot active. You're going to grab the strap with your right hand. Left hand is out to the side in the T. And I'm going to let that leg drop out to the side. And slowly bring it back up. And release, bring it down. Rock and roll up. We're going to do a little bit of ab work here. We're going to do boat pose. And I'm going to walk you through the different steps of it, okay? So, we're sitting with our feet on the floor, knees bent. When you take your hands, you're going to lean back just a little bit. And you can take your hands now, stretch out in front of you like you can clap, and lean back. Look forward, lean back. Now, take the next level, lift up your feet, and keep your knees bent. Drop them. Okay, that's first level of pose. Second level, now if you want, you could extend those feet in front of you so your legs are straight. Now, come down to the ground. Drop those legs to the floor, your arms out in front of you. Now lift it up and down. So lift your arms up over your head, to the floor, your feet down. And then we're going to come up. We're going to lift the arms up and the legs up. And down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and and down. Okay, let's take it out. Bring your knees, up your feet back up in those knees. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Lift up that left leg, keeping the knee bent. Keep the foot flexed on both feet. Wrap your hands around your thigh and pull it towards you. And relax. And cross. Switch sides. And cross the left ankle over the right knee. Lift up that right leg. Grab behind the thigh. And release, and bring the feet bottoms back down to the floor. Okay, let's hug ourselves in, do Asanas. Remember from our first pose, hug yourself into a nice tight little ball. And relax. Okay, we're going to transition into happy baby. So grab your first two fingers and your thumbs, grab your big toes with your thumb, those fingers. And then we're going to try and pull our knees towards our armpits. Okay? Slowly rock side to side. Stop. Try and extend those legs if you can. And rock. Bring them back in. And bring them back down. Now drop your feet to the floor. We're going to take our feet and bring them towards the right edge of the mat. We're going to take our right arm and our left arm and bring those towards the right edge of the mat. And so we're going to crescent or a banana shape. If you want to deepen the pose, take that left foot, cross it over the right ankle, and then you can grab that left wrist with your right hand to deepen the stretch. As long as you're not lifting that left hip off the floor. It's not the intent of this pose. This is just to deepen a stretch all along our left side right now. It's called Banana Asana. Release. And now we're going to go to the left side. Take that left foot, right foot follows the left corner of the mat, left arm, right arm follows the left side of the mat. To deepen, cross the right leg over the left of your ankle. Grab that right wrist with your left hand. And remember, keep the right hip on the floor. Remember to breathe. Nice and deep from our diaphragm. Feel that nice, gentle stretch. Okay, you can relax. Bring yourself back to center. Uncross the ankle. Let go of the wrist. Stretch your feet towards one side of the room and your arms towards the other. Release, and we're now going to go into Shavasana, our final pose, our final relaxation for the day. You may want to put on socks or a sweatshirt, grab a blanket, make yourself comfortable. Once you are laying down, I want you to close your eyes, relax, soften your breathing, and we're going to do a slow body scan relaxation. I want you to try and visualize all of the muscles in your body as we go step by step, acknowledging them and relaxing them. You should feel like a jellyfish, kind of just melting and oozing towards the floor. I want you to start at your toes. Relax your toes and your feet. Relax your ankles. You should start to feel like they are just becoming one with your mat. Relax now your calves. Feel the tension oozing away. Move your attention up towards your thighs. Anything that is tensed, activated, release it, let it go. Relax those glutes. Feel yourself sinking closer to the floor. And move up to the pelvic girdle. All those muscles, let them go and relax. Imagine your belly button touching the mat beneath you. Relax the muscles in your sides, your abdominals, the muscles in your back. Relaxing your shoulders, your fingers, your hands. Relax your forearms, your biceps and your triceps, your shoulders, your neck. Relax those facial muscles. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Soften your eyes. Now focus solely on your breath. Visualize it coming in and out. This beautiful, pure energy. Each inhale, you're bringing that energy into your body. Each exhale, you're releasing negativity, frustration, anxieties, all the worries you've been carrying. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Okay, when you're ready, start wiggling your fingers and your toes. We're going to start coming back. Maybe make some circles with your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, you could roll onto your side. Stay here for a few moments. And then hug your knees in to a fetal position. Take a couple more breaths. And then slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands out to your sides. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun breath together. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale down. And on this last inhale, we are going to gather some more of that energy. Bring it in through our vision center and to our hearts. The light in me sees the light in you. I honor you as you honor me. That is a translation of the word namaste. Thank you so much for sharing a practice with me. Have a wonderful week. Be well, everyone. Namaste.